Alrighty, Jenna, it's been a pleasure speaking to you off camera. You and I spoke a little bit about the role and the duties that it entails. Now, Jenna, I want to go ahead and just briefly introduce you. So, Jenna, you have a great resume here that covers all lines as far as customer service. So, your most recent role, you worked at Advent Health as an authorization follow-up rep. You've done remote customer service roles. You've worked in receptionist roles as well. I don't want to speak about your experience for you, but, overall, as far as I can see here, you have over, 10 years of customer service skills. So that's amazing in itself. I'll stop rambling on for you here, but Jenna, tell me a little bit about your professional experience and we'll go from there.
Yes. So my last role, I was at Advent Health. It was a remote position. I was initiating authorization requests for inpatient hospital stays. Throughout the day, I had to call insurance companies to follow up on authorizations. So I did that. Also trained other employees that came on that were training for the same thing. And attended weekly meetings as needed.
Amazing. So that was at Advent Health, right? And
Yes.
that took a lot of working with, is it the like customers per se or the patients nonetheless?
The payers.
The payers. Gotcha. And was that through a specific system or was that on the phone?
On the phone.
On the phones. Was your day consistently on the phone?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Now, was that more like your inbound or outbound calls?
Outbound calls.
Okay, lovely.
Yeah, I was making outbound calls to the payers.
Awesome. And you were there for almost 3 years, and now you're looking for a new role. Now, I want to go back here as well. Tell me a little bit more about your experience, right? Because you're previously working as, you have eligibility analyst, and then you worked as a remote customer service. So overall, as far as your experience, what kind of industries have you worked more in?
Healthcare.
You worked more in healthcare. Perfect.
Yes.
Now, are you open to working in other kind of industries as well?
Absolutely.
That sounds great. Now, tell me a little bit about your customer service experience, right? Because you have, like I mentioned earlier, 10 years of customer service. So I want to know, what does customer service mean to you? What does it look like to you?
Yeah. Listening to the customer, kind of gathering their needs and wants and seeing what I can do to help them. And my last position as an eligibility analyst, I was talking to customers on the phone, getting their information for eligibility for, what was it?
Like the insurance is eligibility or?
For rental assistance.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. So I would intake their information. I was a scheduler at Orlando Health for a little bit. So in high inbound calls with that.
So you have extensive experience when it comes down to handling those phone calls. You also have that email correspondence experience as well. So very, very well versed. Now, if I were to go back and call one of your previous roles, and I was like, tell me about Jenna's work ethic. How would they describe that?
Great. I'm very reliable. I do what I say I'm going to do. I follow through on commitments.
Amazing. And earlier during our interview here, I mentioned to you that my client is looking for someone who's looking for a long-term role, right? To make it their home eventually. And you mentioned that you are looking for that as well, right? You're not looking for temporary work.
Absolutely. I'm looking for a family.
Awesome. And you are also looking to start right away?
Yes.
Amazing. Well, Jenna, it truly has been a pleasure speaking to you. I'm going to go ahead and end this recording here. Don't hang up on me, though, because I want to continue chatting with you, okay?
Okay.
Thank you so much.